How did you finally manage to overcome your fears? I've always hated public speaking. The kind of hate that makes your palms sweat and your throat close up before you even open your mouth. In school, I'd fake being sick to get out of presentations. In college, I'd pick group projects where someone else could be the spokesperson. And now, at 29, working as a marketing assistant, I'd managed to avoid it almost completely. Until last month. My boss, Claire, called me into her office on a Friday afternoon. "Samantha," she said, smiling that polite but terrifying smile of hers, "you've been doing great work on the campaign. I want you to present it at the client meeting next week." My stomach dropped. I opened my mouth to protest, but no sound came out. Claire nodded like it was settled, and just like that, my weekend was ruined. I practiced in front of the mirror. I practiced in front of my cat. I practiced in my head so many times that by Monday I couldn't tell if I was rehearsing or hallucinating. Still, every time I pictured standing in front of the clients, I felt my chest tighten like a vice. The morning of the meeting, I almost called in sick. I had the phone in my hand. My finger hovered over the screen. But then I remembered something my mom used to tell me when I was a kid. If you wait until you're not scared, you'll never do anything worth doing. So I went. The conference room felt like a stage. 8 clients in suits, my boss at the head of the table, and me, tiny, trembling, clutching my notes like they might float me out of air. My voice shook on the first sentence, cracked on the second. I wanted the floor to swallow me. But then something strange happened. I glanced down at the slide I'd made, the one with the tagline I'd spent hours perfecting. It was bold, clean, and simple. And for a split second, I remembered why I loved this job in the first place. Why I'd stayed up late tweaking colors. Why I'd fought to keep this concept alive when others wanted to scrap it. Because I believed in it. And just like that, my voice steadied. I stopped reading my notes. I started talking, explaining, showing them what I saw in it. And instead of blank stares, I caught nods. A few smiles. By the time I finished, I realized my hands weren't shaking anymore. My boss leaned back in her chair, grinning. One of the clients said, "That's exactly what we've been looking for." The meeting ended, and as everyone filed out, Claire clapped me on the shoulder. "See? You had it in you all along." Walking back to my desk, I felt taller somehow. Not because I'd crushed it flawlessly, I hadn't. My voice still wobbled, my cheeks still burned. But I hadn't run. I'd stood there, fear and all, and I'd done it anyway. That night I called my mom. I told her what she'd said was true. She laughed and replied, "Sweetheart, the trick isn't being fearless. It's being scared and doing it anyway." And for the first time in my life, I believed her.